Was Melville also gay? As a closeted English teacher, I heard the comment on occasion, standing before a frisky class of teens, almost always a boy blurting it out in negative fascination. "That's so gay." Something in the lesson had struck him as dangerously, grossly homoerotic. Ishmael and Queequeg in bed together, or even two women sharing a hug. The boy's adolescing sense of self, ramrod straight, and especially if not, demanded that he distance, or at least appear to do so, from what felt just too queer to let pass without a protest. I'd always ask, as if I didn't know, "What's that supposed to mean?" "Oh, never mind, Mr. P," he'd say, and duck his lovely young head, not intending to trigger my stock response, given as always, for what it could be worth. "Is gay supposed to mean something bad? It's not a choice or an illness, you know." And then I might digress to say that private beds were hard to get in 19th century Massachusetts, leaving unmentioned that Melville, so I'd read, was closeted like me. I always thought of the statistical 1 in 10 kids sitting incognito in that room, needing desperately to know that someone with authority thought being gay was perfectly okay. Early one morning before first bell, Rick, himself a striking Billy Budd, dropped by, as he often did, just to say hello and give me a hug in the good old days before touching a student in any form or fashion was made into a punishable crime. This time, though, he wept in the safety of my tiny office space, told me, reddened eyes a-glisten, the secret burden of his young years. Rape. When he was 12. By another boy. 16. No counselor I, but loving him more than he'd ever guess or know, I tendered my profuse compassion, asked if the pain had been physical, not just emotional. He said yes. He'd bled. It was, I assured him, a cruel crime, but wondered if some of that pain was the haunting thought that sex between two males was wrong. He said no, maybe only guessing the answer I hoped he'd give. That it wasn't because it was gay, but just the awful fact that it was rape. Before I'd ever heard about Herman, or even about myself, in fact, a state college undergrad, I had an English paper to write, but couldn't decide between Whitman's Leaves of Grass and Melville's Moby Dick. Dr. Davis, a gruff, congenial sort, advised me as we strolled from his World Lit class one day, "Do Melville, that's more like something you ought to be interested in studying." I didn't ask, and thus will never know, just why he steered me out to sea from Whitman's Mannahatta.